start standing. Okay. So stand up nice and tall, feet under the hips. Like you've got a piece of string pulling from the top of your head, lengthening your spine. You need to lift those shoulders, roll them back, pull them down, and hold them. From behind your belly button now, draw strength, pull in, but don't hold your breath. And then that final adjustment, tuck your tailbone under. Tilt the pelvis, bring those three places into alignment. Hold them. Now inhale and lift the arms. Relax the shoulders at the top, exhale and lower the arms. Inhale then. Exhale lower, we're going to do this one more time. Inhale. Now I want you to exhale and fold at the waist, drop forward, all the way down. Take a few moments here, let the head hang, relax the neck, the shoulders, relax your lower back. Now we start to think about rolling up, start from behind your belly button and roll through every single vertebrae. If you need support, pop your hands on the fronts of the legs. Leave everything hanging as you roll through the spine, articulating. And then when you get to the top, reset. Inhale and lift the arms. Exhale and fold. Take a few moments to benefit from that stretch, let it all relax. Now think about rolling up nice and slow and steady. Keeping the chin tucked into the chest until you get to the top, where you reset your shoulders and lift your chin. You just take a second here, feet are still hip width apart, strength drawn in belly, lift the heels from the floor. Lift and find some balance, and lower. And again, lift, and lower. Try and have an equal amount of pressure through the pads on the bottom of your feet. Try and avoid favoring one side or the other. Good job. And relax. Another little balance move. Pick up the right leg and just shift your weight onto the standing leg. Take the arms to the side and now tip over into star pose. Go as far as you dare and then maybe an extra centimeter. If that's too much, you're just going to leave that leg a little lower and find some balance with your toes never far from the floor. We're going to pivot this, taking that leg to the rear and bringing the chest forward. Try and elevate the leg and lower the chest. And lift up. Pop that foot back on the floor, give everything a little shake off. Do the same thing on the other side. Lift up that other leg. Now take the arms out to the side. And then tip over into star pose. See how far you can tip, and then see what's in that extra centimeter. Try and keep concentration and think behind the belly button. Now pivot around, taking the leg to the rear and lowering the chest forward. Try and keep your concentration. And lift up. Good job. And it's okay if you wobble. I wobble. All right, feet are still hip width apart. We're going to sink down, throwing the arms back. So sink down and throw the arms back. Standing reach up. And make sure that when you're dropping down, the hips are going backwards. Modification on this one, you could just sit into your glutes, taking a moment to rest the hands on the thighs. And last one. Relax. Let's come down to the mat. Legs out in front. We'll start with spine stretch forward. Arms are forward from the shoulders, sitting up nice and tall, pieces of string pulling through the top of your head. Take a nice deep breath in. And now exhale and try and push the fingertips forward. Keeping the spine straight and pushing at the waist. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, push forward and reach. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, push. Now you're going to be feeling a little tug in the backs of the legs, a little tug maybe through into the glutes, and in your lower back. And so long as that's all not painful, then we're good. All right, the last one here. This time, I want you to allow your back to round. So you exhale and round the back. And we're staying here for this stretch. And release. Let's lay ourselves down on the mat. So I want you to imprint, so pulling that belly button down to your spine, creating a nice abdominal connection. Lift your heels from the floor, come to your toes. Bring the right leg up, keeping the legs bent. This is called tiny steps. You're going to keep that imprint, so you're going to keep that connection with your navel drawn down towards your spine, and we're going to switch the legs. Little tiny toe tap, switching the legs. So now you could do this without really thinking about it, thinking, oh gosh, what on earth is this doing? I want you to focus on the control. I want you to maintain that abdominal connection, big, big, strong brace of the abdominals, toes are pointed, legs are strong, and breathe. Making sure that there's no space coming in that lower back, keeping the abdominals tight. And relax, hug the knees into your chest, double leg stretch. You're going to extend the legs away, fingers are reaching forward, come back into that ball. And again, double leg stretch. And in tight. Now you can go a little higher if you need to, or you can go a little lower if you want to try and challenge yourself. You choose the intensity. And if anybody wants a little bit more of a challenge, how about you take those arms above your head so your biceps are near your ears as you extend those legs out. One more, finish in a nice tight ball. Rest the head. Okay, think about your tummy now. We're going to chop it into 3 sections. We've got a top section, a middle and a bottom. Legs up to the ceiling, side by side, feet flat. And the fingertips are reaching ahead of the toes. They're never going to aim towards the toes or the ankles. They're going to be pointing straight up. Here's your option. Pop one hand, rest it at the back of the head, or take a break. Lift the head and shoulders from the floor. Now push the fingertips another inch. So we're staying high in the abdominals, just into that top third. Keep those fingertips going straight up to the ceiling, not towards the toes. Well, that'll bring you too far down into the abdominals. And relax. Rest those legs for a second before we take them back up. We're going to hit the bottom, the lowest part. So legs up once more, feet side by side. Arms are resting at the side of the body, but the palms are up to the ceiling so that we don't press into the floor and use the upper body. Think about that muscle right deep down at the bottom of your abdominals, right below the zipper on your jeans. Try to push your legs to the ceiling. Now, if when you do this, your legs are swinging front to rear, then I want you to stop and take a reset. If they're swinging like this, you're going to be using the muscles in the midsection of your tummy. We want you right at the bottom with a tiny push up to the ceiling. It's okay if it doesn't even feel like your bum is moving. And relax. So we did the top, did the bottom, now we're going to do the middle. Pop your feet on the floor, lift your head and shoulders, bring the arms long down the side of the body, like you're about to start the 100. We're going to tap the floor 3 times with the fingertips. This is the bottom of the exercise when you're lifted in this position. If you need to, one hand will come to the back of the head, or you can rest and take a break. So 3 little taps of the fingertips with 3 little breaths. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and then pause. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Use that breathing. One more. And relax. Top, middle, and bottom done. Now we're going to focus on the sides. Head and shoulders lift, hands around the back of the head, and then legs in tabletop position. The knees are above the hips, lower leg is parallel to the floor. We're going to come across with the right armpit to the left knee and push the right leg away. So we've twisted and rotated. If this is too much, you're simply going to bend that leg and pop the heel to the floor. If you want to work a little harder, it'll be out straight. Switch sides. So switch which way you're going and switch the leg. Holding long enough for it to just be a little hard and switch. Nice big breath on the switch, then breathe normally and switch. yourself, keep going, switch. Okay, we got 10 fast ones, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Rest back, hug the knees. Okay, release the knees, pop the feet on the floor, hip width apart, 6 or 8 inches from your bottom. I want you to draw your belly button down to your spine. Feel that connection, feel that you've closed some of the gap in your lower back. Now engage your glutes and lift your hips from the floor. They're coming up into shoulder bridge. Nice straight line from your knees through your body to your shoulders. Big glute squeeze, lifting up those hips nice and high. I want you to lower your hips down, a millisecond tap of your bottom on the floor and then up to the top. So down, release, up and squeeze. And push through the soles of your feet. Last one. And lower. Relax all the way at the bottom and hug the knees to the chest.
Sam, your bandwidth is really low. If you tell people to turn their videos off, it'll be better.
Say that again.
Your bandwidth is really low, so it keeps making you small. But if people turn their videos off, it'll be less demanding on yours.
Oh, okay.
Now you're good.
Okay. Okay, so we are on our back. We've got a nice loose grip on the fronts of the legs. And we're going to use all our strength in our abdominals to see if we can roll to a seated position. So roll up and roll back and stop at the bottom. Roll up. Now, if you can only manage to get part way up before you roll back down again, that's okay, be happy with that. You're trying to use your abdominal strength. There's no momentum involved in this whatsoever because you've taken it out. So this is all tummy. Just see what you can get out of it. Let's finish at the top. Sitting tall, extend the legs out. This is where your rolled up towel may be of some use to you. You're slightly lower in the lower abdominals, you've got any back issues, or just a very curved lumbar spine, right down here, then you may well want this in that space. You'll know when you don't want it there, because you will feel the need to remove it. So see how that feels. If you've never tried it before, maybe remember to bring a towel next time and try it with it, because it can make all the difference. Arms forward from your shoulders. We push the belly button through towards the spine. Start to curl back and start to roll down. one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow and steady. We get to the bottom, the arms go up above the head, and then we come up. Arms lift, head, shoulders, roll, slow, steady. Sit tall at the top. You're not doing the sponge stretch forward. And reverse, coming down. Using your breathing, out on the way down, in at the bottom, out on the way up, and in at the top. Really focus on control. Think about what part of your body is working at what stage, and really use that focus. Your only aim is to take away any speed or anything that doesn't feel like you made it happen. And you know how to make this one harder? You need to super glue those arms to your ears. One more, finish at the top. Good job. We're coming back to the elbows. Draw your knee into your chest. Take it back and switch it to the other side. So the whole time here, you've got a nice core connection. You've drawn your belly button down towards your spine. You're protecting your lower back by making sure the work is always at the front of the body. I'll take you through 4 stages. So if at any point we've gone too far for you, you're simply going to cut to the one that we did before. Let's reciprocate these. Switch them, they pass halfway. The heel is hitting the floor on the extended leg. And if you want to, you could try a modified version where you don't extend the legs and you just keep them bent. Same focus, belly button drawn strong. So let's not let that heel tap the floor now. On to level 3. Belly is still drawn strong. We breathe. And the final version, both legs go out, one leg in. Both out, one in. Keep pulling in the front of the body. And relax. Lower the legs, come off the elbows. And rest. And hug the knees. Extend one leg on the floor. You've got hold of one knee. Double knee pull, double exhale. Don't interlock the fingers because we'll be switching legs. And keep that belly drawn down nice and strong. Again, bent leg version if you need it. Keep the chin tucked and breathe. 2 breaths. Let's go. Get that tension through your neck. Resort to popping one hand behind the back of the head and just manage with the one hand on the knee. Think strong, draw strength from behind the belly button. And relax. Rest back, hug the knees. Okay. Straight leg. Single straight leg switch. One long breath. And begin. Switch. Switch. You've got a nice long exhalation. Long enough for you to get a nice leg stretch here. Pressing the leg into the floor, pulling the leg towards you, tugging on that hamstring. Good flexibility exercise, this one. And relax, good job. Take the arms out to the side. Knees are side by side, toes are pointed. Just gonna drop the knees over. They're not gonna go all the way down. We'll come back up through the middle and over 3/4 the way to the other side. So just rocking those hips across, transferring the weight to the legs, making the tummy control the movement. Those arms can be nice and wide to help to stabilize. Try and focus in those abdominals to make that most of the work. Now, if your back is particularly bad, you just may limit the movement. And relax, hug the knees into the chest. We're going to roll over onto our front. So for this next exercise, I'm going to do a scapular retraction. So we will have the hands at the side of the shoulders. Move back a bit so you can see. Hands at the side of the shoulders. The forehead will be down on the floor. Elbows are in close to the body. You're going to draw your shoulders up towards your ears, then up towards the ceiling, down towards your bottom, and then back down to the floor. Up to the ears, up to the ceiling, down to the bottom, and back to where you started. So keep that movement going, like a big shoulder shrug. I want you to see if you can do it with having maybe 0.5 centimeter underneath your palm, so you're not pressing those palms into the floor. All right, last one. Good. Bring them underneath the chin. Palms are stacked one on top of the other, and then for the exercise, your chin on top or your forehead. It's up to you. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the legs by turning sideways for you. Toes are pointed, legs are lifted. And then we squeeze the legs together to bring the heels together. So you can feel lots of squeezing going on in the glutes, the lower back, the lower abdominals, the legs, and the inside thighs. We'll do 3 beats of the heels and then take the legs wide. 3, 2, 1, wide. 3, 2, 1, wide. So we're using the adductors and then the abductors. Find a way to force the breath and pant. It does make you go a little lightheaded, just breathe normally. And relax. Take the palms, put them at the side of your body here, push away from the floor and drop into child's pose. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Okay. So we're in all 4 position here. Hands are under the shoulders, shoulder width. Your back is as flat as you can make it. Piece of string pulling through the top of your head so we're not dropping or lifting. I want you to take at least a palm length pace forward with your hands. So take them 1 pace further, and then we're not in that perfect quadruped. I want you to now lower your elbows towards the floor, lowering your chest. The elbows stay in line with the body. And then we push into the palms and straighten up the arms. Bracing through the abdominals to hold this all together and blowing out the air from your body as you push away from the floor. So you've got potentially half as much as you weigh going down through those arms. Hard to tell exactly how much, but potentially half as much as you weigh. So if that's too much for you, reduce how far down you go. As you get stronger, you'll be able to go further. And relax. Drop the hips back, keep those arms nice and narrow, or bring them in a little close to each other, lower the chest and get a stretch here. Okay, coming back up to all 4s, that nice quadruped. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees under hips. Curl your toes under at the back. Piece of string pulling through the top of your head to keep that spine in neutral. Now brace your lats just here. So give them a squeeze. It'll almost make you feel like you're closing that gap here in your armpit. Now lift your knees 1 inch from the floor. This is crouch. Try not to come up any higher, because then you just change which muscles you're using. Much like when you do a plank, you're going to take a rest if you need one. Okay? Try and maintain that strong, braced position. And then just breathe and focus like you do in a plank. It's okay if things are shaking. Good. Now I want you to extend the legs, lift the hips, press the heels towards the floor, and sink that chest towards your toes. Take a nice down dog here. Feel that stretch through the back of the body. All right, release and come back to crouch. If you need to, go all the way to the floor first and then come up into crouch. Whatever works. Take that second to find that strength. Think about where you are squeezing. And lift the hips, extend the legs, come to down dog, pressing those heels. Don't worry if they don't reach the floor. Chest pressing towards toes. And come down to crouch. Hovering those knees. Bracing through the tummy. Lats are engaged at the back. And relax, knees to the floor, soften the toes. Down into child's pose, but let's take the hands and wrap them to the heels to take the pressure off those shoulders. Awesome. Slowly come on up. We're on our side. Okay. So, make any extra adjustments you might need. Double over your mat. Maybe a little towel for if you've got a bony hip. Lay it on our side. We have our glutes engaged. Our hips are forward. When you look down your body, you're in a nice straight line. You can make a conscious decision to make this easier by bending your bottom leg. Then when you lift, your knee will be on the floor, be much more manageable for you. If you want to work a little harder, keep those legs straight. Lots of squeezing in the main trunk of the core, but an emphasis on this lowest oblique here. Nice big deep breath in. And then lift the hips from the floor. So think about that control, nice and strong. Modified version, bottom leg would be bent, distributing the weight between the elbow and the knee. Totally fine. Now we're going to take that top arm, we're going to thread the needle, bring it forward slowly, slowly. When it gets almost to the floor, you bend the arm and you push it underneath the armpit as far back as you can, and then slowly back. Got 2 more. Slowly forward, underneath and push it back, slow. Back to the top. We have 1 more. Keep it controlled, steady, fluid. And relax, lower the hips. Good job, come off that elbow. Arm is reaching out. Your palm is down on the floor. Your spare hand is on your top hip. You're going to target this oblique. When we lift and slide, we are trying to stay in a straight line, not a V. So try to avoid any body parts coming forward. We are going sideways, okay? So what we'll do is lift the legs and the upper body. The bottom arm stays on the floor. And if you need to modify this one, leave your bottom leg down. Take a breath in. Exhale and lift and slide. So you're sliding this hand down towards the side of that knee. And slide it down. Okay, and lift. So if you are modifying, you're going to leave that bottom leg on the floor. You're still going to get into that oblique just the same. It's just a little less challenging. And come on down. Last one, lift and slide. And lower. Good job. Take your palm on the floor and turn it up to the ceiling. This is going to stop us stabilizing on the floor with that arm. We're going to lift the legs, feet are flat. Lift them. Take that spare hand, pop it on the tummy, because it begins to bring an awareness to what is working. Now shuffle those feet. You should feel a little unsteady, and then that tummy stabilizes you. And keep the feet flat instead of pointing the toes, and keep the legs straight. All right, now big long strides, like you're walking on the move, slow and steady. And relax. When you're ready, come on up. Let's change to the other side. So we're on our elbow first. Make sure you've got that good start position. Glutes engaged, hips forward, straight line with the body. Choose whether or not you are adapting and putting that bottom leg bent. Make sure the elbow is underneath the shoulder. And then when you're ready, lift. So we want a nice, strong side plank here. Look up at those fingertips. Now bring the arm forward. Sooner or later, it's got to bend to come under the body. Push it underneath the armpit as far back as you can. And then slowly rotating back to the beginning. 2 more times. So allow that rotation to come fully through the shoulders, but always keeping the hips square to the front. Last one. And relax. Come off that elbow. Palm is down, top palm is on your hip. Lifting into side raise. Remember, you can leave your bottom leg on the floor if you need to modify. Take a breath in before you move. And lift and slide. Trying to lengthen down the side of that knee and lower. Breathe in to reset. Lift and slide. And lower. We've got one more. Lift. Good. And lower. Turn that palm up on the floor. Spare hand comes to your tummy. Legs are straight, feet are flat. Lift them up. And then shuffle with flat feet. Controlled movements. Work on stabilization through that core. Now, big long strides. See what makes you wobbly. See how you react when you make yourself wobble. And relax. Rest the legs down. Just bend the legs, release that hip. Awesome job. Roll onto your back. So I'm going to do an inversion move. So it does mean taking yourself slightly upside down. If you need to sit it out, that's okay. If you need to do any of it modified, then you need to bend your legs. Okay? Focusing on your tummy, lift the legs up from the floor. Focusing right deep down at the bottom of your abdominals. Try to lift your bottom from the floor and bring your legs overhead. Remember, any of this can be done with bent legs. And if you needed to give yourself a bit of a shove to get up from the floor there, that would be okay too. We're going to open the legs, flex the feet, and then reverse the movement of the hips and the legs as they go down. Point toes, bring them up, hips up, open and flex, and lower. That's the movement. I'm going to do a modified one now. So you're going to choose your intensity over what happens with your legs. Try and keep the control always in the front side. All right. So I want you to take yourself up one more time. We're going to hold it again. So we come up. Everybody take the small of your back in the palms of your hands. Now take the legs wide. Now twist the hips. Maybe, if your legs are not straight, look a little more like that. This is your helicopter move. And relax. Bring those legs together. And then roll yourself down and rest bottom. All right, we've got Pilates 100. And then some stretches. And then we'll be done. So, we're all familiar. So we'll all go into this together. Head and shoulders lifted. Arms long and strong. Eyes looking through the knees. Chin tucked. If you need to, one hand around the back of the head. Choose the intensity level with your legs. 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out for 100. Begin. Ten more for good luck. And relax. Draw those knees in. Relax the head. Loose grip on the tops of the knees. Let's just do a little circle. Always small to start with, and gradually bigger if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, please stop. Find the center, circle the other way. A little bit. Good. Now relax. Pop one leg on the floor and the other leg across on top. Take the hand on the same side as the knee and just push that knee out a little bit. Mild discomfort is okay, pain is never okay. Good. Release and let that leg fall across, so they're crossed over, and then lower it over to the side. If that's too much for you, legs go side by side and then just let them fall over. So the crossing only if it feels good. Good, and back to the center. Both feet on the floor side by side, pick up the other leg, pop it on that knee, and then use that hand to push to the side of that leg. Breathe. And release. Let that leg come across and drop over to the side. Remember, side by side to reduce the intensity. And back up to the center. Lift the head and shoulders. Take a hold of your toes. If you can't reach your toes, just grab your legs. Take a breath in. Exhale and straighten the legs. And breathe in and bend. Exhale and straighten. Maybe your legs don't go fully straight. Don't worry. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just like an elastic band, or when you blow up a balloon that's too tight. Breathing and stretching those muscles. And relax. Rest the head, hug the knees. Now roll on up. We're coming forward. Just want to take you into a nice child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat and toes together. So making a sort of a diamond shape like that. Now drop those hips back to your heels. Slide your hands forward and lower your chest. Take your right arm, thread it underneath the left armpit and drop the shoulder. If this little added twist is too much, just stay straight. And switch. Reach through the other side. Back to the center. All the way forward with your body weight. Trying to lower the hips towards the floor. It's okay if they stay off and lifted, you're just letting that weight of the hips come forward, and if that's not for you, just keep them back. And lower yourself to the floor. Bend both legs. Reach and grab your feet. And then lift. Grab the leg. Lift the chest. And lower the chest. Pull those feet in nice and tight. And relax. Come on up to all fours. Drop the chin. Lift the belly. Nice big cat stretch. And release. Sit down on your heels. Big deep breath in. And exhale. And we are done. Good job. I'll give you a few seconds to put your mics back on. If you've got to run off, no worries. See you next time. If you are staying, then we'll have chance to chat. Don't forget Tabata tomorrow at 9 if you fancy a little jump around.
Thank you very much, Sam. I'll see you tomorrow for Tabata.
You're welcome. See you then.
Thanks. My back didn't like the legs rolling over my head at all. I couldn't.
No.
do
I always think of people with bad backs when you know, we do the inversion, you know, because it's just targeting that one bit of your body that doesn't like that. So